Welcome to the Sisters on the Hill, the podcast from the Sisters of St. Benedict in Ferdinand. We are one of the largest communities of Benedictine women in the United States. And on this podcast, you'll get an inside look at life at the monastery, our work and ministries, programs, opportunities, and more.
Welcome to the Sisters of St. Benedict podcast. Today I have Sister Dolores with us. And Sister Dolores, could you tell me just a little bit about who you are and where you came from?
I grew up in southern Indiana, Posey County, about 70 miles from the monastery itself. I come from a farming family, a large family. There were 11 of us, 5 boys, 6 girls, and I'm right in the middle of them, 5 older, 5 younger. I have always been a part of a group. So it's kind of natural in one sense that I was attracted to community, taught by Benedictines through grade school and high school. I admired the sisters I saw. They were happy and contributing to life.
So you knew probably in high school that you wanted to be a Sister of St. Benedict of Ferdinand. You didn't know any other religious orders?
There were other orders in our area, Providence, Franciscans, but I guess I never really considered them because of just my connections with the Benedictines. And I went through different periods, like I know in my sophomore year, that I kind of ruled out religious life for a while. The other life looked too attractive. But as I went on in high school, and I had friends who also were considering religious life as an option, so I think God put different things in my life at different times that kind of guided me to this place.
So what's the best thing about being a Ferdinand Benedictine?
I would say for me, being a part of a community of people who are very different, but are like-minded in a lot of ways. I mean, we have some of the, I think, same values of respect and dignity for each person. We support one another, yet we're very unique in personality. So it's a real supportive thing in my life.
Nice. So when you came to community, how many other women were in your class?
There were 24 of us that entered in 1959. And 5 years later, there are 4 of us living yet. Along the way, some chose not to follow the life and have remained friends with us, and we still get together. And several have died. It was a good group to start with.
What do you think is the biggest challenge of being a sister?
I said one of the things I find very positive about the life is community, but it's also the biggest challenge in my life. I think anybody who's been married or had close relationships living together knows that there are rubbing of shoulders at times. It can be very supportive. It can also be very challenging. And the need to say, I love you, or I'm sorry, are very much a part of the life.
Probably just like a marriage, too.
Yes, right.
What do you think is one thing that's misunderstood about religious life?
That's a good question. I have thought about that. Sometimes I think people think we are naive and not in touch with reality at times and the real problems of life. And I think like any life, we have our ups and downs, we have our sorrows, we have our joys. So I think maybe that's one sometimes I think people think too that we don't have the same problems they do, that we're kind of isolated from life. And it's not true.
Yeah, we're human beings too, aren't we?
Right.
Tell me something fun about yourself.
I guess fun would tie in with the things I like to do and what gives me energy and life. And I guess I'm a competitive person by nature. So I enjoy playing games. We have a regular Scrabble group that is very serious about the game, but also it's very much fun. Like cards, bridge, clabber. I love the outdoors. And so a day like today, to sit under a tree with the leaves falling would be a fun thing to do. When I was younger, sports was an important part of my life. One of my jobs, which was kind of unique, I think when I taught in the academy, we had horses for the students to ride. And I was also in charge of the horses, besides being a proctor for the girls. And I loved to ride.
Oh, I didn't know that about you, Dolores.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've never done. I've never ridden a horse.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to do that before you get too old.
What advice would you give a woman who would be thinking about religious life?
I think to consider it as a real option and to see what gives you life. I mean, contact communities, see what the spirit is, see how that fits with your spirit. One of the things I think for me that helped me along was when I was in high school, a group of us came up here to Ferdinand just to see the sisters and see the community. And for some reason, it just felt like home to me, even in high school. And so it connected with me somehow. So just to consider that, to pray, to talk, to explore.
I guess to say that we are a viable option for women.
Right. And it can be. I mean, whenever you make choices, you embrace something and you also leave something behind and know that that is the reality and that it can be a very fulfilling life.
So I've been asking all my podcast interviewees just some questions that just to answer right off the top of your head.
Oh, boy.
Are you a morning or a night person?
Morning. I love mornings, which works well with being in a religious community.
Are you read a good book or watch a good movie?
Read a good book.
Would you read a mystery or a romance?
What I really like is a historical novel.
Okay.
Where you get history, but also get the impact on people's lives in it.
What are you reading right now?
Oh, it's Kristen Hanna's Joy and Wonder, I think it is. I like Kristen Hanna.
Yeah, I do too, yeah.
Yeah, The Great Alone.
Oh, that was probably
her best book.
The Four Winds was good too.
Yes. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Have you read hers, The Women, about the Vietnam?
Yes.
Mountains or the beach?
That's hard to choose. I like them both.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I really don't know. I've been to both. We've camped in the Tetons.
Oh, nice.
In Wyoming. And I've been to Outer Banks a couple of times, and I love that too.
Just anywhere outside?
Yes, nice. Definitely.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee. Especially like around 5 o'clock in the morning.
Do you like to drink your coffee with your own personal prayer time with God?
Yes.
Me too.
It's a quiet time that leads into time for reading scripture or different spiritual reading.
I think I might know the answer to this question. Cat or dog?
Actually, I like both. Probably I would choose cat if I had to choose between the two. They have such personalities, I think. They're not quite as hard to take care of, I think.
Yeah. For those of you listening, I had the opportunity of living with Sister Dolores for a year at what we call our farmhouse, and we got cats while we were there.
And they took care of the mice for us.
Yes.
And I remember seeing Jill crying one day because the cat had gotten into something that had made it sick, and it did not survive.
And I didn't think I was so attached to the cats until then. I'm more of a cat person too, because I like that you don't have to be with them all the time. Like they have that independence that sometimes dogs don't have.
They're more independent, but I think less demanding. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Sister Dolores, for taking this time with me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Sisters on the Hill. If you're interested in exploring what life as a sister looks like and whether you're being called to that life, reach out to us at vocation@thedome.org. This podcast was recorded at Monastery Immaculate Conception in Ferdinand, Indiana, and was made possible by funds from our philanthropic circle, the Women of the Rule. Follow us on social media at Ferdinand OSB or visit us at thedome.org to learn more. That's THEDOME.org. Thanks again for listening and have a blessed day.